she.
Her.
Right.
And today we got a special guest, Bubbles, came to chop it up with us. And today, what we talking about today, Mary?
We talking about being bisexual. You know, I hate it.
So we talked about this, but we doing a part 2 because we got somebody who's actually bisexual and can give her point of view. And
right.
You know what I'm saying? Go from there.
We've given our point of view, and now my girl Bubbles is about to give her point of view. So our first question for a bisexual like yourself, do you genuinely like women and men equally, or are you more drawn to one than the other? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I would say I'll premise it would be
keep it 100.
It's about equal for me.
I've
been dealing with women longer than I've been dealing with men, to keep it a stat. So, but it's about equal to me, to be honest. There's perks with men, there's perks with women.
What's the perks of women?
The perks of women, I think, like, you know, it's crazy. There's like a big misconception that, oh, the women, they're gonna know you better. They're gonna just know. It's intuitive, and y'all just gonna click, and it's gonna be like that. And that's not what it is.
Hell no.
Like, y'all, everybody thinks that it's just like, oh, men, you got to do so much work for, and women, it should be easier, but it's not.
Yeah.
At all.
It's definitely not. But with women, I would say there is that familiarity. Not to downplay it, but there is that familiarity that I don't get with men. Like certain things with my body, even though a man can, you know, be dealing with women and know about pH and all of that, you don't know.
So you're saying sex with women is better or no?
Listen, it's two different types of sex. Like I've had some climatic sex with men. I've had some not so climatic sex with men. I've had some not so climatic sex with women. Like, let's not act like the ladies is always shooting at 90, 100%.
Yeah, that's right.
Keep it as that.
That's nice.
Nah, because people just be going in on niggas like, straight sex ain't shit, and it only lasts for 2 minutes. So it's just like, bruh. But women are still out here fucking niggas, so it's like, it can't be true.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna say it ain't true. Like, there are facts on both ends.
It's a good 2 minutes.
Listen. You sometimes you get you a motherfucker that got 2 pumps in the ground that'll blow your mind. So.
Facts. You know, it ain't about quantity, it's about quality.
Facts. Okay, so my next question, do you feel like people don't take you seriously because you're bisexual?
Oh, girl. Don't get me started on that. Like, it's you going, so what you just want to be? You want to be with a man. What if I don't know, tomorrow you wake up and you want to be with a man?
Yeah, that's a fear of mine of why I don't date bisexual women. So
why you
how can you what if you did want to wake up and you wanted to be with a man and you were with a woman?
I think that comes more so, it depends on how far along on the spectrum some of these women are, because there are women, not all women are like me, where it's pretty much, you know, 50-50 or whatever when it comes to men versus women. There are some women who are more on the man's or more on the heterosexual side. You know, it's all a spectrum.
Right.
So there are some women who do like women and want to be with women, but they just still have more of an inclination towards these men, and that's fine. But you know, I think it just comes from you have to realize what kind of woman that you're dealing with and where she is on that spectrum. And if you dealing with a woman that, you know, it's a possibility that she flighty like that, I mean, that's something that you have to come to terms with when you start dealing with her. That's for you to decide on what level you want to continue to deal with her. See, me personally, I can speak for me on the fact that it's not a matter of like, damn, like, I want to wake up and I'm going to go be with this man because I'm craving some ding-a-ling. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's strapped for that. So, but on at the same time, it's a matter of fact of how deep you are in your current relationship. Do you want to? Because there's days, I'm not gonna lie, it's been days I've been laying in bed, been like, damn, I could go for some pussy right now.
You know what'll be good right now?
Yeah. Just much pussy, right? But like, it's not to say like, oh, I'm gonna go cheat on my dude now because some pussy sound good right now. But you know,
yeah,
it's all in that.
yeah.
Where
So
you
I mean,
at?
would y'all date somebody who bisexual though? Like, how y'all feel about it? Do it matter?
Yeah.
You would?
Of course they would.
Oh well, yeah. Of course they would. Yeah, you're right. But I do hear that a lot though. Like a lot of times, like people feel like insecure about it. Like they just gonna wake up and go to some dick. But I think that can happen with anybody. Like you can just wake up and want to be with somebody else. So it ain't
You can wake up and want to be with somebody else.
Right.
Period.
Happened to me.
Look, this nigga over
But
here
you know what though? Men think about it more than women do. You know what I mean? Dudes I've been with, and it's been more of an issue with the dudes that I've been with that I'm bisexual than it has been with the women that I've been with.
What you mean? Like
Dudes be like, cause you don't play about all that gay shit, man. I can't tell if you being friendly or if you trying to fuck her. But I'm like, I mean, can you tell when I'm just being friendly or trying to fuck you? Like, it's dudes are a lot of dudes. I'm not gonna say all, but I have run into that on issue more so on the men's side in regards to me being bisexual than on the lesbian side.
Do you feel like it's because you date masculine women? Do you think that dudes will be more open to if you was bringing fine ass, pretty bitches around? You know what I mean?
Because I think niggas always be down for threesomes. That's what I feel like.
Until they find out you fuck dykes.
Listen, I fuck ladies in all facets. Any way I can have it. So that could be an aspect, but at the same time, like it depends on what you're dealing with and the type of dude you're dealing with. Like I've dealt with men on the side of they don't want me with someone else, period. And the fact that it can be girls too, it just doubles up. Like, damn, she could be fucking with a nigga or she could be fucking with a girl. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I've had men that's their point of view of it. And then I've had men who was just like, what you mean? You're not trying to do the threesome. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that being the issue of it. Like, so it just depends on what kind of dude you're dealing with specifically.
Okay, well that goes into my next question is, do you like more masculine or feminine women?
Listen, I love women. Okay, I love women. Like the problem runs into not a lot of feminine women are attracted to me. You know, I have a somewhat of a bit aggressive, maybe sometimes masculine energy or whatever, and that's fine. I have a lot of fire in my chart. But at the end of the day, like I just prefer women because at the end of the day, when it's me and it's you, and that's it. I like a lot of body to body. I like a lot of skin to skin, and that's why I'm here. Okay. So I'm ready for all of that. I want a woman. Now I think people tend to like teeter on the line of bisexuality, like, oh well, I'm bi, but I only like studs. You know, those are the women that are more on the heterosexual spectrum towards in their sexuality. But me, no, I want women. So I'm a true bisexual in the fact of I'm not just fucking women because it's like, oh, she's got the femininity of her, but she's still so much like a man, so it's okay. Like, it's about actual women.
I feel that.
But if she was more masculine, you would fuck with her as well. Like Kay, for example, like Kay don't like to be called baby girl or princess. None of that shit.
Baby girl.
Looking
forward to that.
Yeah. So like, if she was more masculine, like, would you care about that?
Oh no, see, Bubs likes women. Like I like women in all facets. So if you're straight up feminine, if you want to teeter the lines on a little androgyny, whether if you want to go straight stud, whether if you feel as though you are now in your point of your life where you'd like to make a transition, I'm with all of that. Okay. Because I'm with I date men as much as I date women.
I did know. I did.
Yeah. That's what's up. Cheers if you got a drink.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers. Cheers to Bubs. What do you think are some, I think you kind of touched on this earlier, but what do you think are some misconceptions of being bisexual?
Oh, that we just flighty, that we little freaked out little Johns that's just doing whatever. Like, you know, it's a lot of like misconceptions of just flat out infidelity, promiscuity. And it's not all like that. It all depends on your person. You got straight up lesbians that's flighty and promiscuous as hell. Just like, you know, straight up heterosexual women.
Be on every dykes dick.
Just everywhere. Right. So that's a big misconception. Also, like, there's this huge misconception. It's so crazy. A former good friend of mine had mentioned once, we was having like a discussion, a debate about you know, your partner being, you know, homophobic. And she was saying along the lines of like, well, you know, I would have to respect my partner if you don't want my girlfriend like always at the house. If you don't want my girlfriend at the house, I said, girl, like, what you saying? Like, that means I can't come to the house.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So like this, she's like, well, I thought that, you know, I just figured that was a phase. I'm 28. I've been at this since 04. I've been out the closet since 04. Okay.
Let them know.
Like, and you talking about it's a phase? Like. That's probably my most irritating misconception about bisexuality. This a phase.
Oh yeah. Especially when you go long periods of times without being with the same sex. I know people definitely think that it's a phase. Yeah.
Yes, because I'm not gonna lie to you. I go long periods of time without dating women, but that doesn't mean that they're not fine.
Yeah.
Like, but people tend to think like, oh, well, she must be done with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, but that's my thing. But do you go long periods of time without dating men too? Like, if you like women so much, like, how do you not fuck with women for so long?
Well, she's in LA.
What'd you say?
Well, she's in LA.
Well, yeah, I'm in LA. Let's start there. I've been in LA since 2017. And my last relationship with a young lady was 2014, end of 2014. So it just kind of like ends up being like a timing, because before that I was in Richmond, and Richmond got the same set of people. Everybody come down to Colors on Saturday every weekend. Like, it's the same little rotation. So like, you know, things just kind of went pan out there. Then, you know, I ended up in a few relationships, and I'm faithful in no matter what side of the spectrum, if I'm in a, you know, heterosexual relationship or a, you know, a homosexual relationship, I'm faithful either way. So if I'm dealing with a dude, then I'm not dealing with these women, and vice versa. So that stretch, and LA is different.
Mm-hmm.
I know people think like, oh, I'm about to go to LA. It's gonna be mad girls out there, and it's gonna be lesbians. Like, no,
ain't no bitches out there.
They exist. Come on.
I feel like the East Coast dykes are so different from West Coast.
I feel like all the West Coast dykes are like vegan and like non-binary and like, oh, sorry, Kay.
Whoa.
What you got to say, Kay?
Man, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's up?
I just feel like their energy just different, bro.
I mean, yeah, on the energy, you know.
Definitely, their energy is different.
Are you from
worldwide.
the West Coast?
Huh?
You from the West Coast?
Nah, but I'm kind of vegan a little bit.
Oh.
We respect your veganism.
Right.
You got it.
Me.
I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, nah, it is a different energy, like with them over there.
Y'all there?
Yeah. So then the ones the black ones that are in LA, I gotta go mad far to get to them. And then they be wanting you to chat their name on their face and stuff. Like, oh, they get real. Yeah, it's weird out here. I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah. No, we good on that.
Yeah, I'm straight. I'm good, love.
Okay. How do you feel about bisexual women who like fucking women but won't seriously date one or consider marrying a woman? Also, there was a video, I don't know if you guys seen it on TikTok, where this girl said she was heteromantic.
You saw? Okay, it's crazy.
I saw her goofy self.
Everybody just started asking about these bisexual questions. I was like, y'all know what our next video gonna be about? And then it just come to play out that happened the same day. So yeah, I saw the video. But what was the question?
So, to further in the video for people who haven't seen it, basically the woman said that she is romantically attracted to men and will date men, but she is sexually attracted to women, will have sex with women, but she won't date one. So how do you feel about, what is that? Is that bisexual? What does this constitute as? For me, I just think she's a freak.
Listen, Mary, you said it.
She just freaked out. That's it. You don't mind eating some pussy every now and then. That's it. That's to me. You just freaked out.
A little side of pussy with some dick.
A little side of pussy, yeah. With some, yeah. But if you're not romantically, you would never romance. Like if at the end of the day, you want to be with a man. Like where does that leave them on the spectrum?
I think that, like I said, I think that leads them more towards the heterosexual side of the spectrum. They're just, like I said, they're in their little hetero world, but they fiddle and faddle. Yeah, they on the line. But that's okay.
Like
it's
directly
okay
on
for
the
someone
cusp.
to be that.
On the cusp.
Right.
Yeah, on the cusp.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I feel like there is a whole different. It's got to be like a different level of attraction besides like just sexual to like want to be romantically involved with a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause it do come with a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like typically, especially like when you compare it to men. So that's why I'm not gonna take away her sexual attraction to women. But like, if that romantic side ain't there, shit, the romantic side ain't there. At least she's straight up about it.
Yeah.
She, you know what I'm saying? Like out here trying to have somebody thinking one thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's facts. Honestly, the video, I kind of understood it. I don't think it needs to have a label, but
no, gotta have no. Yeah.
I just think she's freaked out. I and like you said, I'd rather her be upfront about it. Like, look, I'm just trying to dibble and dabble, baby.
And that's
I'm going back to my nigga after this.
Yeah, straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least she's being straight up.
And she needs to extra protect herself because she's, if you are, dibbling, extra protect yourself. But other than that, like, I don't think it need all these fucking labels and shit. That shit is fucking
heteromantic.
Yeah.
But bro, I even met like people who identify as lesbian who say that, like, oh, I'm dating women right now, but at the end of the day, I see myself being married to a man.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing wrong with that, but if that's not your cup of tea, okay, I'm not gonna fuck with you and I'm gonna go about my business. Like,
right.
Especially if that's like where I know, you know what I'm saying, like where eventually like I would try to go with you, you know what I'm saying? Like what we doing there?
What are we doing?
Like, what's up? So but it's all about being straight up though.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Across the board. Everybody and everything is on a spectrum. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody and everything.
Such a spectrum.
Such a spectrum.
Yeah. I guess we're gonna hop into the questions now, right? The questions that nigga said.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm about to pull it up. All right.
Computer's being so dumb.
Here we go.
Mary, sit down.
Okay, so somebody wrote in. She was like, "I need some help. I'm having a hard time accepting the fact that I'm bi and coming out. I've had sex with women and I'm 100% attracted to women, but I just can't seem to come out. Every time someone asks if I'm straight, I always say yes, even though I know that's not true. Only one of my friends know that I've been with women. Everyone else thinks I'm straight. Any tips on coming out?"
Bubbles.
See, I came out at a different time. I came out in 2004. Okay. Before there was like social media and everything. And to be honest, me coming out was it was different because I was in middle school. How old is this girl?
She ain't say. It's anonymous.
That's neither here nor there. But I came out at such a young age, and I shout out to my parents, Peter and Cecilia, Peter G. Everybody know Peter G. But my parents were very understanding. We always had a very open dialogue in my house. Mm-hmm. And my parents have always very loving and supportive. So I definitely feel as though I had a very easy coming out process in comparison to other people. And, but in school, in middle school, everybody, passing notes, snickering around, talking mess. But I just feel like you coming out doesn't have to be on nobody else's terms. It's not even nobody else's real business.
Period.
Let's keep it a buck with all that. It's not nobody else's real business. You can tell who you want to tell, and that'll be the pivotal moment in your life where you need to make the decision of who can stay and who can go, because there's going to be people that stay and there's going to be people that go. So, it's all about when you feel comfortable and knowing where you stand in your sexuality and where you stand in regards to your transparency and who needs to know it and who don't need to know it.
That's why when I read it, I'm kind of like, why do you feel that way? Like, what people around you, like, are you not comfortable with telling your friends? Like, what type of friends you got that kind of projecting that onto you where you don't feel comfortable enough to come out? So I think it just depends on, like, your family. Because I know, like, if you got really strict parents or whatever, you already going to feel like you can't say nothing. So, but at the end of the day, I just, like, for me, even though I'm not bisexual, but I did come out. I just got tired of hiding. Like, look, this is what it is. You can not like it or you can, period. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can fuck with it or not. And I think you just got to get to that point because apparently you kind of, like, are okay with just saying you straight for whatever reason. So, like, once you get to the point where you tired of hiding or you don't want to do that no more, I think that's when you can just, like, come out and nothing else will matter.
Yeah, especially if you got, like, a reason to. Right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you chilling, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't even involved with nobody. It's probably easy to just, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, go about that. But if you end up with somebody that's the same sex and, like, you really develop a bond with this person, you got to figure out how long you going to want to, like, keep that type of shit under wraps.
Right, and not too many people gonna want to keep it low on the low like that. Like,
right, how long somebody gonna be taking with you?
Yeah, so that's that. The next question: how do y'all deal with being gay in a professional setting or being a masculine presenting woman at work? Do y'all have a hard time? Do anybody say shit to y'all? No.
Yeah, I don't really be places where
I feel like if it was the problem, they wouldn't have hired my ass. Like,
like I ain't feel
yeah. I've never really had. I think the most that's happened to me is like somebody told me to pull up my pants or some shit, and I was like, "Fuck you." But other than that, yeah, I don't really have any issues at work. Don't nobody say shit. Like, it's obvious, what's up. You see it, so yeah. If you feel uncomfortable, then you know what I'm saying, you can go to HR because EEO is a thing. So yeah. And let me see.
We got another.
Hold on, I gotta pull it up. Do y'all feel like bisexual people are the stepchildren of the LGBT community?
I do feel like bisexual people get a bad rep, but I mean, as far as like,
they earned it though. Okay.
I was about to say, as far as like the reputation
they earned it
somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't everybody else's fault if y'all be moving shady. Now, if you ain't moving shady, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't moving shady, then you shouldn't be included.
Yeah, so you're good, Bubbles.
I'm sorry that you got lumped in. You know what I'm saying? Right. However, you got lumped into something for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't exist for a reason. So but shady people is shady people, regardless of where they at.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Be that as it may.
It just, shit, it's probably a whole lot of hurt feelings, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They just started,
I think it's just now, like, it's a little bit more acceptable. And I think people get that stigma from, like, how things were in the past, like how bisexual women moved in the past. I feel like now in 2020 is different. And also, like, a lot of them, like, keep it a bug. If you want to, you know what I'm saying? If you fuck with niggas or if you want to fuck with a nigga or whatever the case is, like, you can just say that and I can either fuck with you or not. So I think there's more room for them to be open now.
Yeah.
No. Go ahead. Okay. I would say there is more room for bisexual people to be open, but I mean, old feelings die hard.
Yeah, true.
So, like, I would still say the stigmas are prevalent.
Yeah.
Within the community, we're still being held to these stigmas, and I think what it came down to, and I'm just gonna flat out say it, a lot of people felt, I would say my what I feel a lot of people felt was just like, damn, like I'm over here and I'm lesbian and I'm living this life and this is not a choice. I'm over here, but you get to choose and make choices and be flippy and floppy and it's like
facts.
You get to be who you are in a sense and not let it be, penalize you. Like for instance, like, y'all are masculine presenting women because this is who you are. While me personally, I'm not. So people gotta ask me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? While they can just discriminate or be a way towards y'all off rip. And I feel as though like with bisexual women, with, being able to essentially stand on both sides of the fence and have the freedom to stand on both sides of the fence, it kind of like creates a little bit of tension and animosity in a way.
That's true.
That is real.
Yeah. I get that. Yeah. I get that.
Yeah, because I'll be mad. I'll be like, damn, I knew you was bisexual the whole time, but you really about to fuck with this nigga?
Oh God, this ain't Mary don't like that shit.
I know she don't, but Mary love me though.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I don't know why. Yeah, it's not my favorite.
I got that upgrade.
I do feel like that stigma need to be dropped though, because every bisexual woman I fuck with, like, it's never been an issue. Like, they fuck with me. Like, I ain't never been scared that they was gonna leave me for a nigga or whatever, because it's always like, oh well, he got a dick. I ain't no real nigga. I ain't got a dick. Da 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 type shit. And I'm like, okay, but I got shit that men don't have too. So it's like,
I love me a titty.
That's fair though. And I talk all my shit, but I usually end up really fucking with bisexual women.
Yo, no bullshit. I mean, cause like, I don't know, straight up
we talked about this last time, Kay. They just know. I feel like they just know how to cater to you a little bit better.
A little bit better, yeah.
Yeah.
Typically, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Gas us up. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Straight up, I feel like it's just important if you, like if you're going through something like that. And what was this a question? How we get here?
We just talking, bro.
I don't know, but if you got something you trying to figure it out, like as far as like dating somebody that's bisexual, I think in your individual situation, it's just important to make sure if you got some feelings, whether it's some insecurity or something inside that you got to like work through, or it's your partner being shady, or a little combination of the two. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then like move accordingly, but don't just be like, nah, it's because my partner bisexual. That's not fair.
Yeah, that's not fair.
That's not fair.
Yeah.
Got to put the sexuality to the side and just look at your partner as a partner.
Yeah.
Period. I think that's a good note to end it on too. We done with the questions for real. Let me see. Oh, somebody asked, what's etiquette around sending nudes and asking for nudes?
There is none. Whip your dick out.
Yo,
pull your dick out on these bitches.
Send me a picture of your booty hole. Shit.
Bubbles, you're so fucking funny, bitch.
Yeah, I don't think there's any etiquette. Like,
so a bitch can just show you her booty hole, okay?
Make it do the thing. Squeeze it off.
You're so freaked out, bro.
Make it do a little jump.
But I mean, for real, if you fucking with somebody who like a freak, you can come out and ask, like, let me see how you go. And they're gonna send it, like.
I mean, shit. What you gonna be like?
Of comfortability.
Yeah, who's gonna be mad?
Real. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. But you asked. At least you asked. You might end up with a booty hole on your phone doing that.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to be smooth, like, I'd be like, I want to see you. Like,
hey, Kay high, bro. Kay gotta be high. No, Kay is high.
Gripping and fawning.
Gotta be doing it. Squad and burn.
Gripping and fawning.
No, we do that shit all day, bro. But yeah, is there any way y'all particularly ask for nudes, like, or how you want to be asked?
I never asked for nudes.
Yeah,
I do.
How you at? What you do? Let me see your dick. Let me see your pussy.
No, I mean, I say like if I'm looking for some dick, I'll put some dick on my phone. Or I tell put some pussy on
That's
my phone.
energy.
Exactly.
Right. Shit, I'm aroused. Okay.
Boom, say less. All right.
Right.
Say what you want.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Shit.
Dick on my phone.
Right. I think if you're gonna ask, you gotta pull your dick out with it. Like, just be like very forward. Like, put your pussy lips on that.
I get that now. I get that now.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, that's it, y'all. We can wrap it up.
All right.
That's it. So yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all. Y'all follow Bubs. Tell them what's your Instagram and shit.
Bite-size_Bubs on all platforms. You can find me anywhere.
Yeah. So thank y'all. Thank you for coming and talking with us.
Yeah,
and yeah, that's it. We'll catch y'all next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.